Now, the government have announced that the lockdown in County Kildare has been lifted with immediate effect. That was yesterday. And James Lawless, Fianna Fáil TD of Kildare-North, joins me now to discuss it. James, obviously the people of Kildare, I'm sure, a very welcome move for them.
Good morning, Ciara. Yeah, look, the county is relieved. It's been very difficult. We were in our third lockdown, actually, because, like the rest of the country, we went through the spring lockdown. We got some respite in sort of June, July. And then 7th of August, we were back into lockdown, and we stayed in lockdown when Laois and Offaly came out of it about 10 days ago. So really, I suppose the mood is one of relief. People are just glad to be out of it. There were three main areas where we differed to the rest of the country during that lockdown. Hospitality, you couldn't go to a cafe, to a bar, to a theatre, to a gallery, anywhere where people gathered. That was probably the main difference, because they were all closed in our case. Travel, you couldn't go on staycation. You could leave the county if you needed to go for work, but you couldn't go just for fun. So I think there was a psychological effect on people that even though the restrictions massively hit local businesses, in terms of individual freedoms, they weren't maybe as severe as the previous lockdown, but there was that kind of morale-sapping effect that, look, we're back here again. When is this going to end? So I think it was a great relief last night when it was announced that our figures had dropped back down below the danger zone. People
this new 23-day lockdown, James, are you looking at extra supports needed now for business, or will they rally? It's not that long of a period, but obviously it's a blow coming after other blows.
No, it's very difficult for businesses, and I think particularly given the timing and particularly given the time of year. So you had businesses that have been closed right through sort of March, April, May, who were getting maybe back on their feet in July, who had invested in PPE, who had invested in screens, partitions, staff training, and kind of starting to rebuild confidence and rebuild themselves, and then having to close again. And then, of course, with the loss of the tourist season, any kind of, like the racing calendar, here in Kildare, the fashion calendar, all the shops in Nason, the kind of high-end retail fashion industry, all kind of gone for that period of time at least. So we have, I suppose the good news is that the government have pledged extra supports, the Restart Grant, Restart Plus. All those kind of measures that were available to the rest of the country are also available to us, but we're getting extra packages to reflect that kind of downtime. Because I would say, effectively, from a business point of view, we're probably 3 months behind the rest of the country. I mean, businesses can open today, and I see on Facebook last night a lot of putting up the news. They're open today, open tomorrow, open for the weekend, which is great. But they have 3 months to catch up on, really, over the rest of the country at this stage.